What's going on, everybody? J Coon Prime here with another. I don't really know what kind of video this is going to be. I normally don't talk about leaks because I don't want to spread around misinformation, but I gotta admit, there's a lot of buzz surrounding the DC Fandome, which is going to be this interactive experience that WB and DC Comics are going to be putting together to just kind of let you know what's going to be coming just over the horizon for the next year or so. And there's been a lot of stuff that's been debunked about what's going to be shown here, who's going to be at this event, and all this different type of stuff. And I just kind of wanted to touch on some of the things that got my attention for the most part. Now, when it comes to leaks, I pretty much take everything with a grain of salt. I don't believe anything until I see physical proof. But this one, well, I'm just going to move my mouse over to this direction right here. So, I'm sure you can see this name right here, Dwayne Johnson. So, Dwayne Johnson's going to be at the DC Fandome, which is fantastic. I mean, we've been hearing about him getting into the DC movies for a number of years now, and how he was going to be portraying Black Adam. But the name right next to him, Ed Boon. So, NetherRealm is part of WB Games. That kind of doesn't surprise me. So, the fact that he's there, could it mean that he's teasing potentially Injustice 3? I don't think so. Could it have something to do with Mortal Kombat? It very well could. But then again, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be something related to Mortal Kombat 11. There have been now 4 series of Injustice books, and there was a completely dedicated Mortal Kombat X comic that was tied to the release of Mortal Kombat X. For all we know, his appearance could just be the endorsement of another comic that's coming, because they did already release a whole new Injustice comic storyline. Who's to say that we won't see another Mortal Kombat one? The Mortal Kombat X comic actually sold relatively well. But here's why the leaks kind of have me taking pause. And it's this picture right here. I have to admit, I got insanely excited when I saw this. And it's all because of that name right there, Rocksteady. So Rocksteady confirming that they are working on a Suicide Squad game. The Suicide Squad apparently is going to be taking on the Justice League, since we have a full render of what Rocksteady would portray Superman. And I mean, you don't see a lot of it, but it does look incredibly cool. And God knows I got giddy as all hell when I found out they were doing this. But this is also something that, like, while it's kind of making me pay attention to the leak a little bit, it's also kind of making me take a much bigger pause, because this has been no secret for the most part. Like, there have been rumors abound for quite a while that Rocksteady was working on a Suicide Squad game. I apologize, I'm just waking up. I haven't even finished my coffee yet. I'm only doing one take though. But yeah, like we've kind of known about this. That this was something that they were working on, but the fact that it got confirmed and this is part of the leak that I saw kind of makes me go, well, maybe. But I'm going to let you guys be the judge, because there are certain things within the leak that do kind of make me go, I don't know about that. So let's actually just take a look at the leak. You know, let's just address the elephant in the room. So I have no idea how reliable this is. I have no idea who the source is, but this is the one that really seems to be getting passed around quite a bit. So, we see some Harry Potter stuff here, but honestly, I don't care. I really don't care. But the next 3 paragraphs interest me greatly. WB Montreal has been teasing something for about a year now, and the DC Fandome would be a great time to finally reveal that Batman game. I'm praying to God that it is that you're working on and not something else. Because if it winds up being something else, good God, that's curveball of the year. Like, you duped us all. But nah, I'm pretty confident it's a Batman game. So, we saw the Suicide Squad thing, so I'm actually going to cover this from bottom to top. So, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League by Rocksteady Studios. Amanda Waller goes to war with the Justice League when Batman attempts to shut her down over the creation of Project Cadmus. Alright. Playable characters include Deadshot, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, Cheetah, and Enchantress. Set in the same universe as Gotham Knights. Set for fall 2021 for Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC. Now, the fact that Suicide Squad is confirmed is making me go, well, maybe there's some validity to this. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I don't want the fanboy syndrome to take over and get all excited for this, and then all this shit winds up not being true. You know what I mean? So next up, Batman Gotham Knights by WB Montreal. A soft reboot of the Arkham franchise, the menacing Talon and the Court of Owls manipulate several factions into taking out the Bat family. Now, I've been pretty convinced that the next chapter of the Batman games was going to involve the Court of Owls in some fashion. They've been talking about it for like 2-3 years now. That like, yeah, the next game is going to have to do with the Court of Owls. They've even talked about the next set of movies dealing with the Court of Owls. While this was all going on, even friggin' Gotham, which was the most recent like live action Batman focused show, even they did something with the Court of Owls. So the court has been on the tip of everybody's tongue. Play as Batman with Robin, Nightwing, and Batgirl, unlockable for side quests in free roam, launching November 2020 for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5, and PC. Now this is my dream come true. Like, not only are you showing us a brand new Batman game, but it's coming out holiday season. This feels too good to be true. And this is what makes me take pause. But not as much as NetherRealm Studios does. NetherRealm Studios, see, they didn't even spell it right. So this is another thing that's making me go, I don't know. NetherReal? So, NetherReal Studios debut Mortal Kombat reveals. This sentence makes no sense. World premiere of new Mortal Kombat movie trailer. Okay, that would be cool. Sector and Cyrax to be released for free to MK11 Aftermath expansion owners in September. That right there makes me go, that's bullshit. That is complete and total bullshit. And the main reason why is because NetherRealm knows how much we want Sector and Cyrax in MK11. NetherRealm, now, don't get me wrong, NetherRealm, I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. But you have never given us characters for free. Never. Ever, never, ever. You have never given us free characters. And I really don't think you're going to start now. Expansion owners in September, we already read that part. MK11 Combat Pack 3, starting December 2020. I don't see, and that's another thing that makes me go, I don't know. I really don't know. Because Aftermath is kind of being touted as not a combat pack. So why would it be Combat Pack 3? This would actually technically be Combat Pack 2. So, yeah. 6 Final Fighters and a new Crypt expansion. Well, that would be nice. Combat Pack 3 would include Melina, Havoc, Smoke, Takeda, Harley Quinn, and Ash Williams. Harley Quinn I can kind of see because they have Joker in the game. But if you're just going to add Harley Quinn into MK11, why did you give Cassie Cage a Harley skin? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, they added Spawn into the game, and then they gave Jackie Briggs a full-fledged Hellspawn skin. So maybe it's kind of the same thing. Who knows? Ash Williams, though, as much as I would love for this to happen, like, Bruce Campbell has said repeatedly, like, he's not a part of MK. That shit just kind of fell through, and we're probably never going to see him in this game. So I really, as much as I would love for all of this to be true, I have a very hard time believing it. But that's just my 2 cents. I take leaks like this with a grain of salt. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think there's any validity to this whatsoever? Or do you just think it's a load of bull like I do? Let me know that. And if you're brand new to the channel, first off, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. Especially with me rambling after having only been awake for about an hour and a half. And, well, we're only about halfway through our coffee so far. But if you're new to that channel, please hit that follow button. And if you could leave a like rating, I would greatly appreciate that. It shows your support, and it actually really helps out the videos a lot. Thank you very much again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.